Welcome.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
You're listening to The Muddy Roofs.
Hey, horn.
This is Muddy Roots.
Hit that like button.
You know what time it is. What time?
Let's take a cut.
Some of you guys may have noticed that Ryan is not with us today. He will not be returning again on this podcast. No, I'm just kidding. Ryan's not here, so it's just going to be us three today. So we decided it would be a little bit of fun to do a top three segment. So we have a couple of categories. We're just going to list off our top three, depending on what that category is, and just get it rolling. So let's see. What are you guys' top three favorite movies? We'll start off easy.
Okay.
I think I know one of your top three.
One of his?
Fast and Furious 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
I think my first one.
Go ahead. Just shoot 'em out there.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Game Plan with The Rock.
Oh, Madison Pettis?
Madison Pettis, yep.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a good one.
The reason is because I have kids, and so seeing him be a dad and all that, and I like football. Yep, that's a good one for me. So
I like that
that
one a
is
lot.
one of my favorite of all times.
One of my top three favorite movies is The Italian Job. I love that movie.
That is good.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm a huge, maybe not. What's his name? Mark Wahlberg. Huge Mark Wahlberg fan.
Love Mark Wahlberg.
Yep.
One of my top three is Remember the Titans.
That's
Never
a classic.
seen it.
Really?
Never seen it.
It's
Oh
so
my
good,
gosh.
dude.
I have an issue with like when things are good and it's a known good movie or whatever that I just can't. I won't watch it. Like Game
Really?
of Thrones, I've never seen it.
Never seen that either.
Walking Dead, never seen it. It's just like I don't know. I feel like I just know they're good, so I'm like I can just get to that whenever, and then I never do.
Bro, Remember the Titans is crazy.
It was, it's
Yeah.
good for me. I definitely seen it like maybe, I think once this month.
Oh, I thought you said
Once
once,
or twice.
in my life.
Once a
My
week.
favorite.
No, I think another one that goes with that is Coach Carter.
Coach
Carter's
Carter
a
is
fire
good.
movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's in my top three. I just know.
Okay,
Or
thank
no,
you.
no, sorry.
I'll take that one.
Coach Carter's good, but the one I was thinking of is Glory Road, actually, because it has the whole racial factor in there.
Glory Road.
It's great. Yeah, it's a
Basketball
good one.
movie?
Yeah, basketball.
Okay. There's another one like that. It's called Pride, but it's a swimming movie, and it's same thing. They have a black swimming team who, like, one of the trailers I remember is they were swimming under the water, and a bunch of the white kids were kicking him and kicking his ass under the water, and he was just trying to swim, and they end up getting disqualified for some dumb stuff. So they're really trying to persevere through a lot of racial tension.
Wait, Glory Road, is that the one with the that white coach that comes and coaches a team full of black guys?
Yeah, and they
They go to El Paso, Texas?
yeah, so they're in El Paso. There's an all-white team, and he recruits.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen
Five
that one. I
black
like
guys.
that one.
And yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Because, yeah, one of the scenes, the dude is waiting for lunch or whatever, and he was just like,
Yeah,
they're like, nacho, taco, whatever. He was, you got a hot doggo? Hot doggo.
there's nacho, taco, burrito,
Burrito.
hot doggo.
Yeah, Glory Road is good. I like Glory Road.
My second favorite one is Gladiator. I really like Gladiator a lot too.
That's a good one.
Gladiator.
Russell Crowe. That's his name, right?
Dude, I was thinking Bill Russell, and I was like, that's a basketball player.
No, that's Bill Russell. Gladiator is really cool. Troy is a good one.
Yeah.
It's not on my top, but Troy is a really good one. War movies are fire.
Oh, yeah.
300?
300.
Yeah.
300
Ooh,
freaking
300
goals.
is a great one.
Spartans, what is your profession?
Yeah.
Dude, hearing the whole, oh, that shit like hypes me up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But going with Mark Wahlberg, another one on my list is Lone Survivor.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I like Lone
You
Survivor.
seen that one?
I have not seen. Well, I think I have, but
I'm pretty sure you have.
I feel like I've had to seen it because I feel like everyone says it's a good one, but I don't remember it. Right
Is it
now.
Lone Survivor or Lone Wolf?
No, it's Lone Survivor.
Survivor? Okay, yeah. Pretty sure you've seen it.
Lone Wolf is what you are on Friday night. Sorry. Just kidding. I would say it's not a popular favorite, but I really enjoy it, is Ready Player One. I really
like that? That's in your top three?
I don't know. See, I just really, really, really like it. But if I had like an hour just to think about what my favorite would, I don't think it would be on the top three. I just really like that movie.
I think I've only seen it once, like a long time ago.
It's good. It's really good.
It's in Chicago, I think, right? They live in Chicago, and then he goes in his game
don't
room.
know
It's
where
like in
they
a
live.
it's like in a car.
Yeah, that's the movie. I don't know where they live though, but yeah.
It's based on like 2035 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like not that far away. So you've done two.
I've done two.
I did
Two and two. Okay, so I would say my third one. There's a lot of I don't know. I'm into like those heartwarming ones too. I'm one of those guys. I like Will Smith's like Pursuit of Happiness. I really like that one.
Okay.
Like I can get down with a lot of Will Smith's movies could be up there. But I really like Pursuit of Happiness.
Another good heartwarming film is and my dude Mark Wahlberg, Instant Family.
Oh, bro!
Instant Family.
Every
That
time
movie-
I watch
was
that,
good.
I start looking up the foster care. Every time,
Really?
me and my wife have looked into it multiple times.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good movie.
I just don't think I could do it, but yeah, that is a great movie.
I love that movie.
I think my third one would have to be, and it's so tough because it's only the first time I've ever seen it, but it's Longest Yard, and it's only because I've seen a lot more like celebrities like WWE,
Rappers.
rappers, football players, actors, all in one movie. I think that was the first film I've seen with all of them
So
together.
you're saying the newer one, not the older one.
Oh,
there's
What's the newer one?
So the newer one is with Adam Sandler and stuff. There's an older one.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
No, yeah,
The one with Adam Sandler is like
Adam Sandler,
hilarious.
Chris Rock.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yeah, that one. I didn't know that was a newer one.
Yeah, that's a remade version. The other one's all right. It's still good, but it doesn't have all the superstars in it like that one
Oh
does.
yeah, see, I like the ones with the superstars.
Yeah.
There's that one scene where they're all looking up there because they break into the prison system to see who they can recruit for their team. Like, hey, look me up. Chris Rock has
I'm a 5-star for sure.
a half a star.
He's like, I'm about to go stab somebody or something.
He's like, we can do a pay-per-view. 5-star versus half a star.
He was like, I gotta go stab someone, get my rep up or something. And they're like, take it easy, half star. That's a funny one.
Yeah, Longest Yard. I like Longest Yard.
I'd say another one of my favorites, top three, would be Interstellar. That movie is.
Dude, those ones are like, they get your brain going.
I like those
I hate those movies. Sorry.
Really?
It just, yeah, it bugs me.
So real quick,
What?
Interstellar is
My
the one
brain
where they
doesn't
go to sleep.
No, that's Inception.
Oh, Inception. Which one's
It's also
Interstellar?
a
That's
good
the
one.
one.
Interstellar is the one where Earth is dying and they send Matthew McConaughey to space to go look for other viable planets.
yeah, yeah.
And then like there's a whole time warp thing because he has to go through a wormhole. It's pretty crazy. That
Yeah,
one's
see,
really good.
Interstellar, Inception, Shutter Island.
I've never seen it. Don't tell me
can't-
about that one.
Yeah, I just
it's
can't.
on my list.
My brain doesn't function that way. I just end up sleeping.
Interstellar is the one where he ends up being behind the books.
Yes.
Seeing his daughter.
Yeah,
That one is crazy.
that one is nuts. It took me forever to watch it. I've always watched like the first 45 minutes and just never got through it. Me and my wife watched it like maybe a month ago and I freaking loved it. It was really good.
No, it's good. It just, if you're not paying attention, you'll miss a lot.
Yeah, dude, I started daydreaming and I'm like, go back to the movie. I'm like, hey, what the fuck did I miss? Go back. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this anymore.
Are you familiar with Inception then? The sleeping one?
Yeah.
I had a film class in high school and we watched Inception and the entire semester we just broke down like the whole movie, the film, the intentions, what things were about. And at the end you had to write this whole essay about, because at the end of the movie he spins the top and he's like, and so it was basically, is he in reality or is he in a dream? And we all wrote our essays. We spent the whole semester just learning about it, turned them in, and then she said she was going to tell us the answer. And the answer was, nobody will ever know. And I was like, I hate this freaking class so much.
that really is the answer. Nobody knows.
That was her answer.
Oh,
I
would've
ended up reading-
dropped out.
For real. I ended up reading up on theories and stuff, and they say that it was reality. Because when he spins the top, it wiggles, and when he was in the dreams, it never shifted like
Yeah.
that.
See, I thought it was in reality too.
Yeah.
That one's crazy though.
yes, yeah.
Because what? It's like you go to sleep and then they were in another world, just a dream world. But then you could go again. You could sleep again and get
Yeah.
into some more stuff. And then there's layers.
See, right that right there.
So they,
My
what,
last brain cell.
I think towards the like crazy, the whatever. I want to say climax. That's it, right? The climax of the story where it gets all the way to the peak.
Yeah.
They're down 3 levels, right? They fall asleep, then they fall asleep in the dream, and then they fall asleep in the dream again. And so they're all the way down here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they time it all the way up. They do this math to where they all wake up, boom, 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 all the way up. Because when you're
See,
dreaming,
that sounds crazy.
when you're dreaming, the reality is going slower than your dream. And then when you dream into that one, it's going slower
Right.
and slower. So it's like you could be all the way down at the bottom for years and in a couple of minutes in reality.
Right, and so they were in a situation where they needed to go into a deeper dream state because they were running out of time, and so to prolong that time.
See,
they
I'm
just ended up
understanding
doing it.
this right here. But when I watch the movie, I can't.
No, it's like trippy. Because then it shows you scenes from each zone because they have like someone stay awake on each level to make sure nothing happens to the people who are sleeping.
Who are sleeping?
Yeah,
Yeah. So the guy who's in reality, this is only like a couple minutes, but the guys who go all the way down in, it's like a few hours
yeah.
worth of mission. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Because what you can go into in the Inception part is you can steal other people's dreams and you can kind of like persuade other people to do things.
So they're
Yeah, you're
sleeping
like
for like 2
implanting
hours?
ideas.
yes.
They're sleeping for 2 hours in that zone, like the ones on the very bottom?
I mean,
Is that what you're saying?
just an example of
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
like an hour here would be like 30 years or whatever, just in 4 states deep.
And you can get stuck.
Yeah, in limbo. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That concept's super cool.
See, I'm going to take all this and I'm going to watch Inception tonight.
Do it. Have you guys ever seen Tenet? That movie's cool too. I would say that that's up there for one of my favorites. Denzel Washington's son, he's the main character, and there's people who are technically, so it's kind of like Inception, but people who are moving forward in time and people who are moving in reverse back in time, but not like time traveling. Just literally like if we were doing our podcast and then next we made the kava and then next we drove away, like they're working backwards in time. And so one of the scenes, Denzel Washington's like a good guy and he's trying to figure out what's going on. He goes to the airport and there's this guy who's fighting him, and so they're duking it out, but he knows all his moves. Like he's slipping them and he's throwing, and the next guy counters it, and he's like he can't do anything about it. And then come to find out later in the movie, he reverses back in time to go through the airport and he fights himself. But he has like a mask on, so you can't see who it is. And so that's why he knows his own moves, because they're his moves. It's pretty crazy.
That
the
is
heck?
tight.
Yeah. Or even like when they shoot a gun, how it shoots out. So in the reverse time, they've already shot the gun. So they go back to the spot and the bullet goes
Pull
back
the
into the
bullet
gun,
back?
and the reverse bullet does way more damage. It's insane, but like that's a terrible explanation of the movie.
Holy
but
cow,
you
that
gotta
seems
watch
so
it.
complex.
It's good. It's really
I understood almost everything.
Good.
Now I really want to watch it.
You should. Tenet. It's good.
Yeah. Another one I really like is The Big Short. Have you guys heard of that one?
Is
Big
that Tom
Short.
Hanks?
Yeah. So it's where The Big Short is like it's an investing show. So there's a few guys who predicted the '08 crash. And it talks about how one guy, he was like running a stock thing. So he had like millions of dollars to play with. And he started predicting, okay, banks are going to short. Which means, for those people who don't know, a short in the stock world is if the stock plummets, your stock rises. So he was like, oh, all these banks are going to collapse. And no one thought that, because back then banks, what they were doing is they were giving out loans. If you couldn't qualify, they would just kind of give you another loan to help pay for your already loan. And so like debt just kept expanding, and they weren't regulating it very well. And so one guy was just like, hey, I want to buy millions of shorts towards the banks. So the banks are like, we're a bank, like we'll take all your money if you want to do that. But like, you're kind of stupid for doing this. So he got a lot of like hate. Then there's some other guys who picked up on it, another group who picked up on it. They all invested. Then when the banks collapsed, it was something like they 100x their money. Like it was crazy. And so the whole movie is about how they went from, I don't know, few $1 million to like $1 billion. Like it's crazy.
Jeez.
Bags to riches right there.
Well, they were already well
That's still
off.
pretty. Yeah, that's still very rich. a few million to play with. That's crazy.
Well, he was like, what is that called? Brokerages? Where you can give your money to people and they'll just invest it for you. That was the first guy. The first guy who came up with it, Tom Hanks, he figured it out, but he was playing with other people's money. So he was getting in a lot of trouble.
Oh shit!
And he had to like write out letters like, we're locking your money. Can't leave now. And everyone was like, this is messed up. That's my money. And he was like, write it out with me. Just trust. But he guessed it like a few years early.
Jeez.
Like I want to say he sat on it for a while.
So he's looking crazy, like especially when banks and people are giving him a lot of hate, and he's like, "Bro, just trust me." I don't know, bro. A few $1 million and just looking like you're gonna lose it, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
I want to say it's not just like he probably didn't 100x his money. He like went 800% up or something like that, which is unheard of in stocks. Yeah. And he was playing with like $100 million, but it was crazy. That's a crazy movie too.
Wow. Have you seen that one movie? Kind of similar situation, but this is more recent with I think it was AMC stock, the entertainment, and then the GameStop.
So I remember that happening in real life. There's a movie.
Yeah. So based off of that, there's a movie to where a couple of kids just started the movement of not selling, right? Or they wanted to hold onto their stocks
For GameStop?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't remember it that well, to be honest. I just remember it shooting up.
Yeah. So there was something where that, but similar situation to where they just made hella money off of it. It's pretty crazy.
Because I thought GameStop was something like GameStop was about to go bankrupt, but then a bunch of influencers like tweeted about it, like just buy, and so random people just started buying into it, and it boomed.
yeah, I do remember that.
Because there was a bunch of like billionaires and millionaires who were actually buying into shorts again because they thought GameStop was going to go down. So like, oh, millions of dollars invested because all the rich people were doing that. Then influencers messed the whole thing up.
Right.
So millionaires lost a ton of money during that whole GameStop.
See, so
thing.
they were saying hold them, like hold your stocks, don't sell them, and they were banking on that bankrupting.
Yeah.
And it messed everything up.
Yeah. So a lot of millionaires lost a lot of money during that time.
See, I can't get into stocks like that. I don't know. I just can't like keep track of it, and yeah, I can't.
See, I know a guy who owns a mining thing for like Bitcoin and stuff. He bought a computer, and it's like the size of this table, but like rectangular. He says it has like 60 little fans on it like this, and they just go like zzz, going at like 1,000 RPMs. He says that thing hums.
Jeez.
But he said it cost him like 70 grand like a few years ago. And all he does is he just sits on his phone and he'll mine Bitcoin, he'll mine Ethereum, he'll mine all these deals. And over the last couple of years, it hasn't done super great. But lately, the crypto and stuff is
recently, like pretty recent.
He's been starting to make a lot of money on it. But he just has it in his garage. It's crazy the amount of electricity it takes, though. It takes 60 amps of 220. So to put that into perspective, your AC is like your thing that uses the most electricity in your house, and it's more than that. Like it just uses a crap ton. He had to run whole new wires, everything to it. So yeah, he was telling me about it. He was showing me his phone. It doesn't like make you millions of dollars. I mean, at one point he was making.
I was gonna ask that. Like
he was making $3,500 a month, which is good.
That's not bad.
But for $70,000 invested, it takes years to come up with your.
How long ago did he build it? Where it was 70,000.
I think he said he bought it like 3 years ago. I was literally just talking to him the other day. But yeah, he says he'll have it in his garage down low, and if he's on his back patio, he can hear it in his garage. That's like down the hill a little bit.
Yeah, so he can sleep and just hear it.
No, so he doesn't hear it once he's inside, but if he's sitting on his back patio.
Wow.
And he says it runs 24 hours a day. It makes him.
Oh my gosh!
Makes
if
him
I could hear
$100
that
a week.
inside, that would drive me insane.
Me too.
I want to say it's making him like $100 a week right now.
Wow, that's dope.
Passive income, so you don't have to do a whole lot with it.
Right.
Pretty crazy.
You guys seen that old video that's resurfacing of the guy who spent 10,000 Bitcoin on two pieces of pizza or two pizzas?
No.
What?
He goes online into like a forum and he's like, and it's way before Bitcoin took off. He's like, I have 10,000 Bitcoin if someone wants to buy me pizza. So some guy said, I'm down to do it. Bought him and his daughter pizza, and he just sent the Bitcoin over. And then obviously it blew up, and they interviewed him, and he was like, bro, just kicking his own ass. Just like,
Because what, it's at 48,000 per Bitcoin, I think, right now.
something like that.
Yeah. To own 10,000 Bitcoins.
10,000.
That, oh, man.
10,000
Yeah, he's kicking
Bitcoins for
himself.
2 slices or 2 boxes of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I would hate myself.
Bro, I don't know. I just don't get the whole Bitcoin industry, to be
Yeah,
honest. The whole
because
thing
Andrew
confuses
Tate
the crowd.
pays his barber in Bitcoins.
Well, yeah, you can buy houses now. You can buy Teslas with
Oh
Bitcoin.
my gosh. If only I would have
They even
cared.
have ATM cryptocurrencies here in town.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how they work, but they have them. If you look it up on your Google Maps, it says crypto ATM.
Huh.
Oh, shit.
See, my thing is, I just don't get the concept of Bitcoin. Like, because they're saying you mine it like you mine gold and silver and all that, but it's like digital. So I'm like, what is the physical value? Or like, what is the physical properties of a Bitcoin or of a Doge
Right.
coin or whatever? Like, I don't get that whole thing.
My understanding, and it can be hella off, but it's just that it's all backed by the money that people have invested into that cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but what I don't get is NFTs.
Yeah, NFTs too.
What's
man.
NFTs?
It's like a digital art. Like, I don't know. It's
Bro,
just-
who is it? BlackRock is the super big investing, like a real estate company. BlackRock, have you heard of them?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe BlackRock, they just sold their NFT of their company's logo. Guess how much it went for?
Let me guess.
Wait, they sold their company logo?
Like, so it's just an NFT of their company's logo.
Is it in the billions?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to say 30 million.
Let me go. I'll say 31 million.
I knew you were going to do that shit.
Well, you win. I guess you're closer. It was like $787 million for an NFT.
their Oh my gosh.
What the
That's
heck, dude?
wild. I don't get that. I don't also get the value of art being insanely high either. It's really just whoever wants it the most and who's willing to pay the most.
Right. Well, and that, so a lot of drug salesmen, drug dealers, a lot of drug dealers or people who are doing shady shit, they'll use art because there's no set price. You can
Yeah.
do that. You can buy a piece of art and then resell it and be like, this is worth now like 800 million. So someone will buy it and it looks legit because they're purchasing art. You can't just name a price on it.
So is that what they do at the art museums? Like they
Oh.
just go in there and buy stuff to flip it?
Dude, yeah, a lot of like
Yeah?
art people, yeah, they'll buy
Auctions.
it.
Auctions?
Museums are more historical pieces that they want to keep in a building.
Yeah, and a lot of that art would be
auctions.
billions of dollars.
Okay, yeah, the
It's crazy.
auctions and art auctions.
But I was just talking to that same guy actually about the Bitcoin. He was telling me a story about because we got into this NFTs and art and all that. And he's like, there was actually a group of guys who got in a lot of trouble not too long ago for running values of artwork up, selling it, and then profiting like 10 times the money. So what they would do, and I think this is a documentary on Netflix. You can watch it.
Oh shit.
But what they would do is they would have artists, they'd go to the auctions, they would buy these pieces of art for like crazy amounts of money, like stupid amounts of money, way more than like they should have gone for. And then they'd obviously have a party after to like celebrate with the artist, a bunch of girls, they go out on these big old boats, these yachts, celebrate, do all that. And then they would kidnap the artist.
Yes.
And they would drive out to international waters, and then they would like the artist would be like lost at sea, like dead. So then their artwork values would skyrocket.
Yes.
And then when they got to like 10 times the amount of money, they would sell them, and then they would come back through to the
That is
United
crazy.
States. The artist was then found. So then it's even like the artwork even skyrockets more because it's like, oh, this is an artist who died and now is risen. So they were selling these pieces and they would split the profit between the artist and the guys. But everything was legal
Yeah.
because they tried to charge them with stuff and you can't charge them because they were across international lines.
Damn.
Yeah, they outsmarted the shiz out of the system, bro.
They said, because I know what you're talking about. They said that in that they're like, no one gives a shit about Mona Lisa. It sold for like, I don't know how much, but like for $15,000 until it was stolen. And then once it was stolen, everybody wanted it because it had a story behind it, and it was worth like 4.9 million or 8 point whatever.
Yeah. It's crazy. So they did that like 20 times before getting caught.
I don't see that as necessarily like a scam though. Like if you're driving the want, the need, or the demand for something, that's just almost like business, right?
Right, right,
You
right.
know what
yeah.
I mean? That's like, I mean, I guess a little, I don't know. Because it's not like you're doing any damage. It's not like I'm cutting your guys' electrical wires and then saying, hey, do you need an electrician? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
It's not like that. It's just a,
That is so crazy though. Holy shit.
But that group hasn't been caught. Like, they still don't know who the group is.
How long ago did this happen?
I don't know how long ago it was. It was a few
don't.
years ago. But right now, all the people who got scammed is what they're saying, they're claiming. They don't know who the group is, so they can't go after that group. They're going after the artist and trying to like get their money back. And the artist is like, you bought it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do at this point. Because now the value of their paintings or art that they own aren't as high as they bought them for.
That is crazy.
So there's been a lot of money lost for some people. And then that group and the artists were making boatloads of money.
I bet you they think the artist is in on it. That's why.
right.
Well, yeah, they look like. Well, so
Right. Yeah, exactly.
the artist, according to how I was told the story, the artist actually was not involved in it
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
until they would get out to sea.
But I
and
mean,
then it
if
was
you
like,
look at it, because like the artist makes money, these guys lose their money, and so they're going to the artist because he was dead and then now he was alive, and now he's like freaking rich.
so yeah, the way that the movie, I guess, displays it is the artist goes on this boat, they're partying, and then he wakes up the next morning on a different boat, like, whoa, where am I? And then that's when he gets told to plan, like, hey, we paid you for the art. You get to keep that money. What we're going to do is we're going to act like you're gone. It's going to run the value of the art up. We'll sell it and we'll split the money. And the artist says, yeah, let's do it. So
okay.
the artist really isn't into it until he's into it already.
Yeah,
like he's
yeah, I was
already
gonna say.
lost that sea. And at that point, they really could just be like, well, actually, I guess if you said no, sorry, buddy, you're on our boat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What choices do you have? Like, we're just gonna do this, divvy up the money, and then you'll have your portion. Like, no, then we're just keeping the money, and you're staying on the boat.
Yeah.
At that point, it's just like, all right.
Then you're
I'm
actually
in.
Do
going to go
what you gotta
missing.
do.
Yeah. Plus, everything's based off perception, and if you're with them and you're missing, and then you just come back, it looks like you just ran away or whatever for money, anyways. You might as well get some money.
Yep. But I think all of the artists had to sign like a non-disclosure form because none of them have said who the guys are. Are you guys into art? Like, would you ever spend thousands of dollars on art or no?
No. I wouldn't even spend more than $5 on art.
I'm not sophisticated like that. Like, art to me just looks the same.
Yep.
I can't look at it and be like, can you see the brush strokes of
Yeah.
the way that they're doing, or like the
What do you
dots?
see in the picture?
Yeah, how does
Yeah.
it make you feel? You're pissed off. It's like 3 million right there. Like, no, I just don't care.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I've seen TikToks of guys who will sell on Etsy. So they'll do a painting and it'll be like super basic, like where you put a paint bucket over your thing and you move it and it does circles and then you get on, you just like do like simple strokes. And they'll sell them for like $300 and it costs them like $10.
Yep. I don't get it.
Yeah.
There's also like I've seen videos of people who go to like those art shows. One of them had like a big old blank canvas with a black crayon, and he was on a trampoline and he ran and jumped and just went, and that thing sold for crazy. Another one was they had like something on like a little spinner. It was just like clay, and he was using his chin and just like taking out random carvings of it. That thing sold for a lot of money. It's just like,
That is wild.
I feel like it's a status thing. Like people go there and they're like, I have so much money. I'm just going to buy this because it makes me look like
Right.
I'm sophisticated, I guess. It's just a waste.
Yeah, I don't get all that. I do like art. Like I like pictures hanging up on the walls. but I'm not buying it for that much.
Right, exactly.
I like different type, like when you go to Vegas, you go to Fremont, and you see them like painting that.
Those-
I'll get those ones.
Right,
I'll
that's
spend money
super
on those.
cool. Right, but like just because you painted a tree with like your nipples, Nick, I'm not. I'm not gonna buy it for real. I don't know, man.
No, yeah, those ones in Vegas where they do the spray cans are so dope.
Those
Yeah,
are cool.
I do like those.
Have you bought any?
No,
I've never either. I was just wondering.
I want to.
I want to as well, but
I just can't. It's like, oh, that's so sick, and then it's like, oh, $80. Why? No.
Bob Ross. Have you guys been into Bob Ross before?
No. I actually didn't even know who Bob Ross until I was in high school.
Really?
See, I
Yeah.
didn't know him until after high school.
Yeah, see, because like everybody would show like pictures of him like posing and like painting or whatever, and they'd be like, "Yeah, this guy's a painter." I'm like, "Well, obviously he's holding a freaking canvas," and then I'm like, "Who the heck is this guy?" He's like, "Oh, it's Bob Ross. You never heard of Bob Ross?" That's when I first found out about Bob Ross.
See, I was definitely into like my 20s before I figured out who that was. I like him. Like, I think his videos are super soothing.
Oh, he does videos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. His videos are super soothing.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, he does like tutorials on how to paint,
Yes.
and the way he does is like, and then we're just gonna add a little bit right here, and then it becomes like a 3D painting, and it's just like,
Yes.
dude, you're crazy.
He's like, you just do this.
Yeah,
And like, he makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful.
and he'll be like, just have fun with it, just wherever you like, just right there is fine. That's good. Oh, messed up, and he'll just smudge it, and he's like, that looks really good, and then he steps away, and you're like, that looks really good.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What he says, like, there's never mistakes.
Yeah.
There's just corrections or something like that. Like,
Oh.
he'll do a crazy brushstroke and he'll just like fix it. And I'm like, I'm probably not doing that. There is definitely mistakes when it
Yeah.
comes to my paintings.
See, I couldn't be if I was Bob Ross, I couldn't be a teacher. I'd be so impatient. Like if Bob Ross was my art teacher, oh, I know he's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. I should have told my kindergarten teacher, hey, Bob Ross told me there's no mistakes because I used to fail my painting
Oh,
stuff.
Bob Ross is a liar.
I can't even color between the lines, guys. Like I'm not artistic.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough.
Okay, speaking with color between the lines, I just did a coloring contest with my sister, and she was like outlining the. So like if she's coloring brown, she'll outline the the outlines with brown.
Yeah.
and then she'll like shade
it
it inside.
lightly.
I'm shading the whole thing, and I'm like comparing the two, and I'm like, holy shit,
You're creative.
See,
you're Bob Ross.
I feel like I used to be that kid. Like in elementary, I did that. Like I would outline and then shade.
I
and do all
never
that.
was like that.
But then I feel like my artist skills peaked in like 5th grade, and I've just never excelled at that after that.
I took a ceramics class in high school, and you remember Mr. Papa?
Yeah.
Bro was a dickhead, dude. He was so freaking rude. And I ended up turning in an assignment that he didn't like, so I had to redo it. But it was football season, so I needed to get a good grade. So I was going in after class and like working on it and doing stuff, and we end up putting it in the kiln so that it can fire it up. And he starts telling people to come grab their stuff, and like he's handing them out. And he hands I made Reptar from Rugrats. And it was hella disproportionate. Like the head was huge, the body was small. It was just not good. And he grabs it and sets it on the table for the special ed kids. Like, whose is this one? And I was like, hey, has anyone seen my
Bro,
reptile?
I'm fighting.
Holy
I'm fighting.
and so when I grabbed it, I was like, oh, this is mine. He's like, that's not yours. And I was like, it's mine. And he was like, you need to do better. Like,
I'm
this is
throwing
not good.
hands.
Bro, and it's terrible because it's like, I'm not creative. Low key, I was proud.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I remember
I
making
hate
it,
those.
dude. I took so much time to like carve out the teeth and like make the arms. And so when I put that in the thing, I was like, let's go, bro. And then I couldn't find it. He told me it was terrible. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, I hate those, dude. When I'm so proud of what I made,
Yeah.
and the teachers is like, "No, that's not yours. I think that you could do better.
Yeah.
Like, we'll find yours." Teacher's helping me look for it, and I'm looking at it. It's on the table.
For real. Or if they're like, if you turn something in and they're like, did you even try? I'm like, I actually gave it my best shot. I feel really good about it. Oh, that's
Hate
so tough.
those.
Yeah. But then I've had art teachers are like, we had a home ec class. Did you guys have to do that? We had to do sewing and cooking in it.
Oh yeah.
And I remember we did oven mitts, and so I was making my oven mitt, and I remember I was going through this one machine that sews and cuts your fabric. So you just go straight and it cuts. And I remember I was going and I missed the line. I was like, frick. And I like got pissed and went like this. And when it came out, the whole corner was like all jaggedy. And I was like, son of a gun. And she still gave me 100% on it. She's like, I think it looks cool. I'm like, thank you. But it looked like trash.
Wish I had
That's
the
a
teacher
good
you had.
teacher,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wish I had the teacher you had.
See, I like because I took a sewing class too. I'm fine doing that because I know what I need to do. It's like you get the fabric, you sew apart, you stuff it, you sew it again, you flip. Like I can follow a step by step. But if you're telling me to create something, I'm just not that guy.
Yeah.
At all.
I feel like I was pretty good with like sewing classes, cooking classes. We had wood shop.
Oh, dude, I was the best at cooking classes. Drop the heat.
I actually think I was pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do a cook off. We're gonna do a cook off.
Oh, you didn't have to say that? I just threw that in there.
But the ones I struggled with were the same as you. Like when I had to come up with something creative.
Yeah.
Because I did a 3D graphics class, or sorry, like where you're on Photoshop and you're just making stuff. And I did that.
Graphic arts?
Yeah, something. I can't remember what our class was called, but yeah, I tried it and I just was not very good at it. Like I would get good grades because he was like, I can tell you're trying. And I think the guy was like he's like my uncle, kind of like uncle twice removed type shit.
Oh, yeah.
And so like he knew me growing up and all that, and he would see my stuff and be like, it's all right. Yeah.
That's funny.
But
Dude, freaking graphic arts. The very first design that I made, it was one of those that you can put in the back of the car, those stickers or whatever. And I didn't know what to make. And like you said, I'm not creative at all. Everybody just like making different things that looks cool. And I ended up, so I drew a line, and then I put like in the line I did like 3 loops, like right there. And then in those 3 loops I drew 1 half circle. And then the nose. So it looks like a guy's just looking over like this. I don't know if you remember my white van. When we had a white van when we used to live together. So it was in the back of the white van.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for the longest time. And I wanted to take it off.
But you left it?
I left it.
that's the tough part, dude, is when you're in that moment and you're like working so hard and you think it looks great. And then you get like you're in the middle of it and you look to the left and Sally's doing some crazy shit. And you're like, that's messed up, bro. Like you're just shitting on
then
my
you do
stuff.
this whole thing.
Yeah, and then you get embarrassed. You're like, fall in.
I'll be like doing my work on the computer, look over, see someone's like hella good, then I'm like, oh snap. I'm leaning back because I think it's good, and then I'm like, nah, don't even look at this way.
Yeah, graphic arts was terrible.
I did stained glass too. I still have some of my stained glass at home. I did a Steelers logo in stained glass.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My mom, we did stained glass when I was young, like when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. My mom had a whole setup at our house, so we would do it at home.
Oh, sure.
And then when I got into high school, I tried doing it, and I thought I'd be like decent at it. I can still, like, I was good at cutting the glass and all that, but my soldering skills were doo-doo, bro. So my projects look like
I don't know
crap.
how you do that.
It's actually pretty easy, to be honest. Like, you have to use a certain tool. It's harder to cut like round edges. It's easier to just cut straight, but like you just score it and then it breaks. And then when you get so what a lot of them will do is you'll get like your glass that you want
of an already colored piece of glass. You're not okay.
you don't color the glass.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then you'll have your logo or whatever you're gonna do, and you'll have it on paper, and you'll cut it out. You'll cut it out each shape, put it on each color of stained glass, cut it out, and then you put them all together and you solder it. It's pretty
that's crazy.
easy. So yeah, once it's all together, you just grab your little like flame, whatever, torch, and you solder, and you just put it in all the cracks. And it comes
Interesting.
out. Yep.
I've never done that.
I was looking at the new temple here in St. George, the Red Cliffs. Mm-hmm. It has stained glass in it. It's pretty dope. Like it looks like I don't know, like those European style churches. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it has some of that work in there. And I was comparing my stained glass to that. It's not even.
Huge. That's a huge jump.
Well, I thought I was pretty good, to be honest. And then I saw that. I was like, man, that looks pretty good. Let's take a cup. To be honest, being creative is not one of my skills until starting to do a podcast. It's helped me
It's
out
helped.
a ton.
It's really helped.
Like even coming up with business ideas and stuff like that, I draw blanks all the time. Just being creative.
One of my favorite classes that I took was like a business marketing class, but it was in like 8th grade, and so we still did other things too. Like we did the photoshopping in that class too. But one of the things we did is we had this program to where you just had like these people who walk in through your store and they walk out of the building, and you had to strategically place all of the items next to each other and see how much money your store can generate. So you like put your milk by your cereal, or you put your eggs and dairy products together. And as you move it around, you make more money, you make less money, but you let it run for the day to see what's working and what's not working. Dude, we would get competitive on that thing. That was really cool. Like we had a lot of our basketball team in the same class, our football team in the same class, so we're already just kind of competitive.
Right.
And then we'd walk around and see how other stores are doing, and we'd be like, "Oh, bro, your store sucks, dude," or they're making hella money, so you try to copy their design. It was fun. That was a really fun class.
Yeah, I remember kind of the same thing. It was like in government, and so you governed your own country, and so we were all kind of against each other. And the crappy part is me and this one girl, we both played basketball, but our government was looking pretty good. And you had like certain moves you could make and certain things. But we had a basketball game one day, and so we had to miss that class. We came back, and me and her were like kind of the smarter two in our group. We came back, and our country was done. Like the other 3 people in our group got our country destroyed in one day.
Was
in
it
one class
a
period.
program?
No, so the teacher just had all these like scenarios, and you had to do certain things. You try to make alliances with other countries and all that. When we got back, everyone else had an alliance. There was 2 major alliances, and we didn't get in one because the 3 kids that were left just didn't do anything. And so then they just screwed us. Like we just got destroyed. Was yours on the computer? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It was a simulator?
It was a little simulator. It was super dope. And like, if your store was doing better, you can buy a little bit more of the expensive products so that you make more money, or that like the quality's better so more people start coming through. I remember at one point when I thought I was figuring things out, and it's crazy too, because like if you copied somebody else's design, it doesn't necessarily work the same because you chose a location. And so it was it was a really cool and in-depth thing. But I remember I switched my store around because someone else was doing good, and I would have like 13 people every so often just come through, and then it's slowed down way back to where it was like 1 person coming through, and it was like stressing, bro, because my teacher was like 2 rows up that he was just walking around. I was like, oh my God, I gotta switch this around, trying to make more money. It was fun though. It was really fun.
Yeah, I wish I had games like that at my school. We didn't.
Yeah. Did they have computers at your school?
They had one working one.
Back in my day, only the women went to computer class. Dude, did you guys do like computer classes at a young age?
Yes,
Like kindergarten?
like 6th grade, that young.
Okay. I just remember when we were doing it, I
insane.
remember some of the older people, like my grandparents and stuff, were just like, so crazy. Back in my day, only the women got to go do that. Us men had to do other classes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the computer classes used to not be for all genders.
That's wild.
Yeah.
We used to do like, we had a computer class in 6th grade too, where it was they would have like where your keyboard's at, it sits, and then they have
And
a
it
cover over
hides
your
it.
head.
Yeah.
And then we would play games. So we'd have like the star shooters or the battleship shooters, to where you're like shooting asteroids
yeah.
and stuff. We'd play those kind of
And
games.
you'd have to do like W to shoot that one. Or
yeah.
X to shoot that.
And then you type, or and then at the end of the year we do, or middle, and then the end we do a speed typing test.
Yeah, same with ours.
Yeah, it was
I don't
fun.
think I got past like 60.
Dude, me and my sisters used to do that at home for
Yeah.
fun. We would play those games.
Yeah, Richard came down for a vacation one time, and he just had it on his computer, and all of a sudden I walked by Raymond's room, and I just hear, so what the heck? Look in Richard, and Richard's like, dude, he types 80 something words per minute.
Damn.
I couldn't even get to 60. I'm over here, dink, 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 dink.
When you do the typing test and you see red on your thing, you're like, oh.
I'm thinking that I'm hitting backspace, but I'm hitting the freaking slash.
Dash, yeah.
That's funny.
See, I used to do really well in school with the speed test. Like I was always at the top of the class. Then I just didn't do it forever. I was doing construction, so my speed was crazy. We all did a speed test at my house. This was off
we did.
camera.
We
We
did,
were
we
just
did.
doing it. And yeah, I suck so bad at typing.
Who won that?
I think you.
That's
Yeah,
right, baby. Yes,
good
sir.
Setup, good setup. Don't ever.
Bro, you just fall for it.
I heard him say, "Who won that?" I'm like, ugh.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, Gage barely won by like one word or something like that. But
You're fine.
I didn't even know you were setting that up. I think you did.
What a good
you
genuine
knew that.
Hell yeah. I
All
knew
the
I
freaking
won.
time. We'll have to
wanna-
redo it.
You and I were like the same. Me, you, and Ryan were all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
slower
then
than
Gage
me.
was just a couple words higher.
You guys
just
are all the same.
barely.
Slower than me.
What happened?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, don't talk to me.
You know what's crazy is that I don't know if you guys remember the smart boards.
Yes.
Bro, that was like I remember when we got our first smart board in school.
Yeah.
And my math
That replaced
teacher had,
the whiteboard?
yes.
Okay,
and they
yeah.
had the
The little the
marker that
yeah.
you draw and then it would just follow the line like that was like revolutionary to the school. And I was
Yes.
like, bro, the future is now.
The future is here.
Yeah, I remember the teacher too. Like in the middle of the lesson, she'd be like drawing right here, but the writing's up here. So then she'd have to calibrate
Yes.
and touch all the dots and recalibrate everything. And I was like, dude, this is insane. That
Dang.
makes me feel old.
Yeah, that.
Do they still use those in school?
Yeah.
They
Little
do.
bit, yeah. Not as much in high school, I don't think, but mostly in elementary that stuff.
That
That's
thing must have
so
flopped. Right?
funny.
Wow.
Because I remember we used to do this game in 5th grade where we would put like 30 seconds on the board and it'd be guys versus girls or left half the class versus right half the class. And he would do a blinder down. So you could only see the button. And so you'd have to click start and it would start counting down from 30. And you would just have to hit when you think it's almost at 0. If it goes past 0, you lose. But then whoever is closest wins. One of the most hype moments in our little 5th grade like experience was it was boys versus girls. Me and my buddy Weston were standing at the front because we'd go in partners, and he hit start. He had the thing, so he was pushing it. And I remember I'm counting 1 Mississippi 2 all the way up, and I was like, "Bro, push it." He's like, "Not yet." I was like, "Bro, push it." He's like, "Not yet." Like so calm, "Not yet." All of a sudden he pushes it. I'm like, "There's no way that thing should have went off 5 seconds ago." Pulls it up. He was at 0.01.
Jeez.
And all us boys in that class lost it, bro. Like it was one of the funniest moments, like hype moments in our little childhood. And then the girls were super off because smart boards were crazy.
Dude, that's such a wild thought to think about. I guarantee that they don't use them very much because that was not very good.
Well, right now they have iPads in a lot of high school classes. You have
What?
an iPad, yeah. Bro, you can do online PE now.
How?
That is lazy.
How does that work?
That's lazy.
That is like
That's a hella lazy.
I was talking to, because I coach one of the PE teachers at the school. He's one of the coaches too. He's like, yeah, I had to complain to the principal because I'm going to lose my job because every kid is signing out of PE and going to online. He's like, it's just crazy. Kids are just
Shame on
lazy.
them.
What do you do in online PE?
I don't know. I guess you just learn about physical education. But that's what's crazy is back in the like 70s, 80s, 90s, you used to have to do like push-ups and pull-ups and all this crazy.
Yeah, you had the fitness test, bro.
Yes.
The freaking mile, dude.
The shuttle run.
Yes.
shuttle. I feel like that's like a coming of age, bro. Everybody dreads that.
I hated that day.
You need to do that as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, in intermediate school they call that run day, and so everybody knew when. Oh no, they call it fun run. Everybody
Fun
knew when
run.
fun run when it was, and so you would either like all the kids that took it serious would like get prepped up. They'll be stretching, do the mile. Everybody's freaking running.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, frick, today's fun run. Like jog the whole thing. I was one of those kids.
Fun run, yeah. No, it's getting sad, dude. Like the physical level of kids coming up is just way different. This sounds so stupid too, but like me and my wife were driving on the driving on the road, and there's these kids on the e-bikes, and I'm literally talking to my wife. I'm like, they'll never know what it's like. These kids will never understand what it's
They
like
don't
to
make them
pedal
like they used
uphill.
to.
Bro.
Like, I'm not even mad about it, but I'm low key like lazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, my kids will know what it feels like to ride a bike uphill to go hang out at their buddy's house.
Or even ride on the bike uphill and then you realize halfway it's too steep, so then you start pushing the bike. Dude, like, that's so weird.
I saw the other day this guy on an electric bike passing cars in a neighborhood. He was going like 30 miles an hour. I'm just like, this is insane, dude.
Yeah, I had a coworker that had an e-bike and he was using it to go to work, and he would drive on the street. I didn't know that it goes up to 30 miles an hour. I was like, dude, you're pedaling on the street. He's like, no, I'm not pedaling. Freaking, he takes it in our yard and he's going around in circles. Bro, that thing is fast.
Yes.
And I'm like, you're cheating.
You know what's moted? So Tommy, he used to live with us. We gave him an electric scooter so that he could get to and from like certain places around the house. He was going to a job interview, and he just for some reason didn't want to charge it. So he rode an electric scooter to there and then walked it all the way back.
Oh, no.
We even told him, bro, take the charger with you in case you want to charge it over there. Nah. He just leaned it outside and then he just walked it all the way.
See, that's the problem, bro. If it's a regular bike, you're going back and forth. You're not having to charge it.
You don't have to charge it, yep.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays, they don't make them like they used to.
They're not tried and tested like we were.
They need to bring bullying back.
All these scars.
No, yeah. It's actually another, like, it's just sad because athletes just aren't like, so back in our time when we were in high school, the difference between like the top athletes and the lower athletes wasn't that big of a range as it is now. Like now you have so many kids who like literally can't do a single push-up. And in high school, like my high school, I don't think there was any kid in my whole entire high school that couldn't do one push-up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nowadays, there's kids who literally just cannot. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, too, another thing that pisses me off, dude, is these kids that camp on video games all the time. Because I'm getting off of work, I want to have a good time, and I'm getting killed by a 12-year-old. Oh, my gosh. It would ruin my day.
Yeah, those guys.
Like, I'm just trying to relieve some stress, and I can't do anything because these kids
You're
are freaking
causing me
crazy.
more stress?
Yeah.
No, yeah, screw those kids. And then you can't say anything to them because they're like, oh, get a life. Frick you, man. You get a life. I'm 12 years old.
I'd be talking hella smack. They're like, shouldn't you be at work? And I was like, yeah. Shut the hell up.
I remember, so Wes Moriarty, we were playing with his little brother-in-laws who were out in Hawaii. You were with us. You remember that? Wes Moriarty, he used to invite us to do like parties with his little cousin or little brother-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Those dudes
know
were
exactly.
hella good, bro.
Yeah, dude, we're playing Fortnite. I was getting so pissed.
Yes, they would be editing
Oh
us
my
and they're
gosh.
like, they would do just games with us. Or they'd see your skin running around and my gamer tag is the White Tongan. Like, oh, the White Tongan, I see you. Walking 50 pot. Walking 50 pot. Like, oh, dude.
It would get so bad to where they would like, because you know how they have like the kill cams or whatever? They'll emote first, kill you, emote after. And then it's just like, if you get emoted on while they kill you, then turn off your game. I wanted to turn off mine.
Yeah, they would box you. You know what I'm saying? Like, build the roof, the four walls, and you're just sitting in the box like, what the fuck is going on?
Catch me in Call of Duty, though.
For real.
Frick.
I saw this funny video where they were like, hey, bro, I need to tell you something super crazy, but just so you know, grandma died today. And the kid was just like, what does that mean? And he was like your grandma's passed. And he was like, can you put it in Call of Duty terms? And he was like, yeah, Car 98, straight to the head, no res. And he's like, oh, so she's done. She's not coming back.
No
Sent to the
red.
gulag?
Yeah, no gulag left, rebirth style. All your teammates are dead. And he was just like, it was funny. It was scripted, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, I like that.
That's crazy. Well, that's how we were doing on that Alpha Bravo, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That
phonetic alphabet.
Yeah, you guys were knowing it just because of Call of Duty.
100%.
Mine was like Call of Duty, and because Dad would always like if I would have told Dad, like, hey, what's the license plate? Or no, yeah, if I would have asked Dad, what's the license plate, he'd be like, Juliet Tango Foxtrot. I'm like, what? You fit all that on a license plate? So I'm over here writing Juliet, Tango, Foxtrot.
I also like those movies too, like those like Lone Survivor,
Yeah.
American Sniper.
Yeah, with the Lone Survivor, what I don't understand is the clicks. Like, where are you at? I'm 6 clicks out. I don't understand the distance. Like, where are you
How far that is, and yeah, I don't
Tell
get
me
that
in
either.
miles or hours.
So it's just kilometers.
Oh,
One click
kilometers?
is 1 kilometer.
How long is a kilometer?
I think it's 3,280 feet. You can double check that. It's 1,000 meters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez, they say that American.
Still, I would not even like that.
I just think it's because I
I'm
think
3,280 clicks out.
I want to say 1 meter is like 3.28 feet or something like that.
Oh, just tell me
So-
It's
hours.
close to a yard.
Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah. A meter is just barely longer than a yard.
Okay, I seen this video and it was like Americans will use anything but their metric system because some article said like, yeah, a car crash happened because he didn't stop 6 buses away from him. And it's like, dude, we'll use anything just to scale.
Yeah.
Same with Utah. I guess Utah's it's like, oh, how long is this trip? It's 6 hours.
That's a West Coast thing.
Okay, yeah, that's a West Coast. thing. On the East Coast, they do like, how long is this trip? Oh, it's 328 miles.
Yes.
Yeah, they go by miles.
Ew.
That's
So,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Tell me in hours. You'll be there half an hour? 15 minutes? What?
Because there's a lot of people on the east side because for them it's all different the time deal. Because some drives can be 15 minutes, but the next day if you hit it during rush hour it can be 2 hours. For us in Utah, where we can kind of just, oh yeah, this drive is typically this long, you can just use time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not a deal on the other side.
I get. No, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh.
So like we say, LA is 6 hours or whatever.
Perfect. I know exactly.
I know when to leave. I know when I'll get there.
LA is 15,080 clicks away. No, okay, no, don't do that. My mind. I only got 1 brain cell left. I need to hold on to it as long as I can.
That boy working overtime. Sorry.
Oh, well, let's take our last cut. Thank you guys for joining. Again, we missed Ryan today, but hopefully you guys still enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys.
All right.